time. It's just in the presence of a guru, you will get so much that you cannot get it without that, right? So that's also very important that we keep doing what we're doing, but also go in front of an enlightened person, which can bring a lot of merit to it as part of that. So those are the kind of things we do.
Thank you, thank you. I would like to ask you any suggestions for all of us, but I guess you already have included the suggestions like sadhana and volunteering service and singing also. That's great. Anybody have any questions about anything?
I think more or less it's both same what we are doing in BSSM and in Art of Living. In BSSM also Patriji used to tell us the same thing, to teach meditation. Like as a service here we feel like spreading meditation and to the everyone, I mean irrespective of gender and equality. So that's we call more of a service here. And here Patriji allowed us to reach to all the communities, all the people and all the gurus to get the wisdom and implement in their lives. That's what it was thought. So yeah, it's more or same.
Yeah, it is definitely. I think path is the same, message is the same, and these days meditation is no longer taboo. Like if you think about 10, 15, 20 years, yoga, meditation, this was thought about. Right now we are teaching to a lot of people, local communities, we talk about that. I have gone to schools, I've gone to some of the yoga studios here. We also have, like what you were talking about, we have a program called Prison Program, we teach it in the prison. So we have also gone to a community here for the youth, juvenile youth who were actually in trouble. We have taught them the program. We have the program for the welcome troops, the troops who have been having some issues with this, that, so for them. So in some sense, Gurudev has given so many offerings so that we can go to different set of people. We have a program for doctors and nurses, healing breaths. So for example, if you do the program for healing breath, then there are CME credits which doctors or physicians get, which they do for continuing education. So those are the kind of things like we are trying to include in our, so that it is specific to a particular section of people as well. And also sometimes it's easier to get to that particular, and then we have a program for corporates. It's called, it's a separate program by itself. So there are different aspects, and the practices are very similar in nature, but they are adapted for that particular group. So all those things,
We also have programs for kids like age group 8 to 13, then teens 13 to 18. We also have a Gurudev introduced intuition program a few years back where when kids, when they are very young, their intuitive power is it developed a lot by the program. It's very easy for them to be intuitive. And we have to probably have a demo sometime where your kids are blindfolded and they can read. They can just tell you many things, like many in India are even like riding a bike blindfolded.
Yeah.
It's not something to show off, but what intuition can do.
Yes.
And it helps them take right decisions when they're in situations, we won't be there all the time for them. It helps them to take those decisions and do what is right for them at that time. Very
Correct. Yeah.
Sorry, maybe you already said that, but I didn't hear. Did you do the program in the schools? Like you said, like you have tried in different communities, right?
Yeah.
So are we doing anything for any schools?
We are not doing anything specific to any schools, but we have gone. What we do is that we go to take a session in school for children sometimes.
Yeah.
Or we'll go to a particular corporate and do a 1 hour meditation. Like Priya works in, and so she takes care of them. We have a program in another company, Amnio, where we go and do a 1 hour session.
Actually, my whatever when I started, my goal was to take it to the schools, because school is the basic, right? So that is where we have to teach our kids. So I tried couple of ways to get into the schools, to have at least like morning 10 to 15 minutes of session or something, but nothing worked out. So if there is a plan, and our goal is mainly taking into the schools to teach from the younger generation, right? So they every day they can make it as a habit. So but if there is anything, that is the first thing we have to do now. Through the community, through the friends and doctors, everything is spreading, but taking into the school is the main thing. That is what I feel like we have to. Now you are here teachers, and you are also promoting it a lot, so if we can execute some plan to take into our public schools, that would be a great achievement. That is what I feel, because for the past 3 years, that has been deep inside me, and I'm trying for that. So
Definitely, we'll definitely work, collaborate with that. We have a teacher who just teaches the kids, like I was saying, and we almost have programs every month for kids. But definitely, we can collaborate on going in the public schools, some of the private schools, and see if there is an opportunity for us to kind of conduct some sessions initially, and then see if that can be done over like regularly as well.
that would be nice. Actually, there was a family here before you came. They left. The two girls, the little one, she was like, when they were sitting, like, we are our elder one. I don't know how.
6 years and 2 years.
Six
Yeah,
and two,
yeah.
2 or 3. Yeah. So the older one was like, she does the meditation. It seems she was sitting, but the young kid, like the little one, she sat, and as soon as we started the music, she fell into sleep. Like she did not even disturb. She was like deep sleep. But as soon as she woke up, she started crying. So they have to leave. But she was like, it felt so good that the kids, they were calm. They were not bothering their parents. They are sitting. So that is what we want to see, right? So our kids, because now we understand, we have all this, like going through some kind of trauma or whatever it is. You started for no reason, but there are so many people like who might be starting for some health issues or stress or sleep or whatever it is. But for the kids, we don't have to take long time, like 10 or 15 minutes. That's more than enough. Not even asking them to do anything. Just calm yourself, sit silently and close your eyes, because we have our kids who would just run away
No,
as
that
soon as
is-
they hear.
That is very true what you're saying, and that's why we have a separate program for children, because it's very difficult to get their attention. And even after you ask them and they do the program, it's very difficult for them to sit down and do the meditation. But both our daughters, they never wanted to do the program. In fact, when we started telling them that we want to go to like ashram or do some activity, they said, "No, I want to go to Disney World."
Yeah,
Of course,
yeah.
right? And so
That's-
that's natural for them as part of it. And we always used to tell them that yes, we'll go to the Disney World, but let's just go in July there, and then let's go in August in Disney World, something like that.
It's a bribing.
Yeah. So but it was very clear in our minds that we need to introduce that to them, and I'm so glad that we did, because as they are going into the high school and now into their into their adult years, I think they have the tools. Like both my daughters, like one had gone to for study abroad, she stayed there for 6 months. I don't have anything else I can do from here.
Yeah.
The only thing because I have given them the tools, I know that they will make the right decision.
That is what. So yeah, absolutely. So now they, maybe when they begin, they start, they doesn't know the benefits, but as they do, we have few friends whose kids are doing, and they have shared, like when the kids started doing, there is obviously some change, right? Because now the kids are going through a lot of stress for no reason. So introducing meditation into their life would really make a lot of difference. And I guess that should be our next goal. That should be our next thing, that what we have to um, do.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have I'll send you, there is we have a website called Sky Schools. Sky was Sudarshan Kriya. So we have Sky schools, and there is a whole group just focused on schools in Washington DC. In fact, we have that program in a lot of schools as well. So we can get you that info. So sometimes it is very, like, the intention is very strong for us to include that in corporates, in prisons, in doctors, in schools. But what we have seen over a period of time here, like I think Lavanya, you were asking, how do we have to provide them very, very, like, a structured process, some experience based, that what we have done in the past, what we are doing in different schools, that goes a long way. Otherwise, if we just tell them based on some of the information or experiences, so we have literature, we have brochures, we have experiences. So those kind of things are very important, and that's what Gurudev has done. Like, there is in fact research-based information published in different art places, also brochures, so we can take it to the schools.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
Yeah.
And also, just to add, in colleges, there is a program called Sky Campus. So for college students, even Vanderbilt used to have a club. It's still there, but I don't think it's active. So when I moved here, I was part of that club. We did so many events in campus. We used to conduct meditation. I led some of the meditations. So in colleges also, like across the US, there are like so many Sky Campus clubs. So there is like for every field, there is a specified course that Gurudev provided, I think. Yeah.
So you just said about the Sky schools or Scratch schools?
Sky.
Sky for schools.
Sky.
So Darshan
for-
Kriya for schools. Sky for
okay.
schools.
Thank you.
Similarly, the Sudarshan Kriya was renamed as Sky, Sudarshan Kriya. So we had branded it as Sky for Schools and Sky Campus. So there is a separate group of people who do that. Like my daughter who's in campus right now, they have a program there, they have a club there. So they do meditate regularly in that.
Like Sky for the universities, it's present in over 100 plus universities all around the US. It's very
Good to know.
But these are also, like, at some level, this path is so vast and so beautiful. Like some of these things which we are saying is just like kind of we always say that we are just putting some seeds around, but like for us, there's so much to grow on this path.
Knowledge is ocean.
Ocean, yeah, it is an ocean.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.